I have a question. I have a question. Animals can go out and pee or poo on something and they start claiming the ground. So theoretically, if you were the last person on Earth and you pee or pooped on the street, would the street be yours or would the Earth be yours? Would you be claiming the Earth as your own if you asserted your dominance by pooping or peeing on the street if you were the last person on Earth? That is a genuine theoretical question. I'm the only one that's not afraid to ask that. Is the street yours? Because, I mean, there's no one else on Earth to claim the Earth. So if you actually pooped in the street, then that means the Earth would be yours. It wouldn't just apply to the street. It would apply to everywhere. That is a theoretical level that no one would ever get to. Because it's too much philosophy. The amount of philosophical intelligence it would take to solve this is just beyond anyone's comprehension except for me. Yep, that's what I'm opening with. Yep. I'm opening with that. Anyways, I have one more theoretical question. If you were in the grocery store and you have to vomit very, very bad, like just abhorrently bad, okay? Are you vomiting on the shelf or on the floor? Is it more masculine to vomit on the shelf or on the floor of the grocery store? I personally think that it's more masculine to vomit on the shelf. You know, people could disagree with me. And you may ask, what does that have to do with masculinity? Well, let me ask you another question. If you are in your car and you have to poop very, very bad, like terribly bad, is it more masculine to get out of your car and take a shit on the road? Or is it more masculine to poop in your car? I'm the only one asking the real questions. What the fuck am I saying? Anyways, that's quite cooked. We have two games that we are going to play today. The first one is a ocean game, a scary ocean game for all the people who love the depths. I don't know why, but a overwhelming majority of people fear the ocean. Why would you be scared of that? Why? There's just a shark coming to tickle your toes. If you watch me play this game, there's a shark that's going to come and tickle your toes. There's a kraken that's going to slither up. You know, this might be like a little overboard to talk about, but did you know that in a ocean, I don't remember what ocean, it's like in Australia or something, there's a worm in the ocean that its main purpose is crawling up your All right, we're going to end it there. We're going to stop it there. I'm not going to continue talking about it. It is despicable. I don't know how not a lot of people know about the worm that crawls up your... Leave it there. Censoring myself just to avoid the viewer cringe. But anyways, I have a story to tell you guys. I have a story. But first, I have another question. If you were in the grocery store and you had to pee very bad, is it more masculine to pee on the floor or pee in the bathroom? All right, I'm done. I'm done with those theoreticals. Those theoreticals are so cooked. I love the idea of just pairing masculinity with the most random shit in the world. Is it more masculine to open the door or open the door with your left hand? Is it more masculine to cut the... Is it more masculine to cut the crust off of bread or to leave it on? Is it more masculine to be right-handed or be left-handed? No one's gonna ask these questions. They should make me a philosophical idol, bro. Socrates doesn't even compare to this level of philosophical genuinity. I don't even know if that's a fucking word, but I'm inventing that because this philosophical level that I am on. God, I'm doing great. I want to react to the Core Boys today. I think that would be interesting. I'm trying to get more into React. The issue is that the longer I stream, the more I have to edit out. I have to cut so much, because I don't have clippers, I don't have anyone to edit, I don't have anyone to make videos for me. So it's like, the longer I stretch out my streams, the longer I have to edit. So that could potentially mean less streams. So I'm trying to get so unbelievably productive, like Miyamoto Musashi level of just focused. Did you know that Miyamoto Musashi never, ever got married or had kids? Because he believed that to master the sword, you had to have no distractions, and that lust and love is a distraction from your main goals. So, no bitches, no hoes, none of that. You must keep on your path, and once you are old, you must go to a cave and write out books and die in seclusion. That is the most masculine. Alright, I'm done with the masculinity. I gotta continue one more thing. I like to call this series top 10 stories that never happened, part 2. There was a man who had overwhelming stress. Let's call this man George. You know what? Curious George. There we go. George. George would go to work every single day. He wouldn't miss a day. But because he went to work every single day, not even taking weekends off, stress started to build up. And he entrapped himself in this box, this mental box that he himself knew that it wouldn't get better. He convinced himself of that he can't take weekends off. He can't take days off. He can't take vacations. He entrapped himself in this stress. And he started saying this thing to people. It feels like there's a mountain of stress on me. It feels like there's a mountain of stress on me. It feels like there's a mountain of stress on me. And the more you say things, the more your brain will embody it. And this man went to work a few months later after saying this over and over and over. And it was a foggy day. And you know what he saw off in the distance? He saw a mountain. And that is very strange, because how can you see a mountain when you live in the city? A city that is just flat plains with buildings and buildings and buildings. Barely any vegetation. And from his high-rise apartment, he saw the outline of a mountain. A mountain that had no color at all. It was just a gray mountain. It looked like a mountain of fog. And he started walking towards the mountain, and it disappeared. It disappeared just like that. And the next day he goes to work, he sees it, and it's more vivid. However, he doesn't convince himself that the mountain isn't there. He convinces himself that his stress is getting to such a high level that he is now seeing the things that he thinks. By the 6th day, he now sees the mountain so vividly that he thinks he can go and touch it. And he walks a mile outside of his work, and he sees the mountain. And then it disappears right in front of his eyes. And he now has stressed himself out so much more because he is late for work now. Because of his own delusions, his own stress that he induced on himself. And the next day, this mountain is right in front of his apartment. Right in front of everything. It's towering over everything. He can't see anything at all. And he walks out of his apartment building and there's no one there. The only thing that stretches out for miles from left to right is this mountain. And he can now touch it. And he's like, I need to get to work. I need to scale this mountain. And he tries to scale this mountain, and he slides. He slides every single time he puts even the slightest amount of weight on it. He slides off the mountain. It's not even a steep mountain, but he slides off of it. You know why? Because this is an emotional mountain. A mountain that he presented to his mind over and over and over and over and over, instead of taking the lightheartedness. Instead of taking, oh, the mountain will go away. There isn't a mountain. It's not that bad. He was always looking at the glass as half empty and not half full. And so now there is a literal mountain in front of him, stopping him from going anywhere. And he can't climb the mountain. He can't break the mountain. He can't remove the mountain because he delved down so much into his own misery that there is now a mountain in front of him. And he tries and he tries and he tries to get over the mountain. Day by day by day. There's no one around him. It's just him and this mountain. And he never gets a single step up this mountain. You know why? Because it's not a mountain that is reality. It's a mountain that he created from his own depiction of reality. If you yourself think that you are in a hole, you will be in a hole, no matter what it is in life. If you think that you will lose, if you think that you won't get to the place you want to go to, if you think that you won't succeed in the thing that you want to do, then you won't. You will not. So no matter what you are facing in life, you can't start embodying it in front of you. And this man tried so hard to get over this mountain, and when his struggle came so much, he stopped thinking about it. And you know what he did? He forgot about it. And the next morning when he woke up, the mountain was gone. And he realized that the only thing that he can do is, when that thing is not present, if it's not there, don't speak it into existence. Don't make something an issue if it's not an issue. Don't think about something that's not affecting you. He thought about a mountain so much that a mountain became the biggest part of his problems. So when you think that there is an issue, don't downplay this issue, but don't make it a bigger issue than it is. If it's not there in that if it's not there in that present moment, then it's as if it does not exist. And this man realized that his imagination caused all of this, and that he started taking days off of work. And he started enjoying his life more when he started forgetting about the problems when they are not there. Don't let your life be ruled by the problems that are not affecting you in this moment. That is a lesson that he learned. The end. The end. Yeah, you thought it was going to be a troll, huh? You thought it was going to be a bad story. No, it was good. That was a good story. That was amazing. All right. Perfect. Okay. Oh, man, that was an amazing story. Back to the masculinity. If you see cheese in an aisle, are you picking American or white American? Which one's the more masculine one? No, I'm playing. Hydration. I have a theory that every single game, I have a theory that the majority of games / TV shows that have an evil character as the main character, they always end in a bad way because it's an unspoken industry standard that if the bad guys won, then people would go and do this in real life. The reason why Breaking Bad ended so poorly is because they don't want people to go and start smoking meth, and then they try to reenact what they see in the show. I feel as if. Hold on. I'm embodying my words. Hold on. It may be a crazy theory, but a lot of games slash TV shows that I see that I've watched with an evil character as the main character, like Walter White, they never win. It always ends poorly. And what if the industry is trying to make you think that bad guys will never win? That no matter what it is, if you were doing something illegal, it won't work out. Because what if they did succeed and then people went and did it IRL? I feel like it's the idea of stopping people from reenacting the things they see in video games and on TV. That's why bad guys, even as the main characters, always lose. Like in all, like 4 of the Mafia games, I watched Joe Bart play them, and every single one of them, they all ended poorly. And they were about bad characters, people who killed others. And they ended poorly, I feel like, so that way people wouldn't go and try to start a Mafia IRL. That is just my theory. It may or may not be true, but like low-key, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. All right. Well, that ends that.